couple years back, there's this costume shop that was going out of business. A very popular New York City costume shop. A lot of production people actually go there to buy their props. They had a great going out of business sale. I mean, it wasn't great that they were going out of business, but it was a great sale. I bought some costumes from there. I got props. And thankfully, they were not the casualty of 2020. They're still in business. But meanwhile, I've reviewed the Batman Returns film, and I've even reviewed Legends of the Superheroes, which featured Batman. And all those reviews, I forgot to wear these! Yeah, I bought Batman gauntlets. I could have been wearing them the whole time. Hi, I'm Anthonix Maximus, bitching to you about movies because I'm currently in a toxic relationship with the gusts of winds in a background. Yep, so not too long now, we are gonna experience another Batman movie. We don't get enough of those. Just as I was starting to love the Ben Affleck Batman, Matt Reeves comes along and shoves Rob Pat right in our face. Listen, I'm excited for the Batman, but I gotta be honest, there's a bit of a sour taste right now because this was supposed to be a different Batman movie. It was supposed to be a Ben Affleck Batman movie. It was supposed to be about Batman being stuck in Arkham dealing with his rogues gallery. Unfortunately, Matt Reeves came along because Warner Brothers didn't want to make Ben Affleck the director. Matt Reeves came along and threw out the script. That pissed off Ben Affleck and he left. So now we're getting another retelling of Batman.
The Batman. Or is it just Batman?
Like I said, it looks good. I really like the actors, all of them, and I'm even looking forward to Batman's enemies. After all, there's Catwoman, who might actually just work as an anti-hero. There's the Penguin, and Batman's gonna face his greatest foe yet, the Zodiac Killer's sex skimp. Okay, alright, I get it. This Riddler is supposed to be similar to Hush, but come on, I like the whimsical tights-wearing or suit-wearing Riddler, but what I like doesn't really matter, right? So, in celebration of the Batman, we're gonna take a look at another Batman film. The first theatrical Batman movie. Unless you want to count the Batman serial.
Slap his face.
Which I don't, because they're serials. It's kind of like watching a TV show on the big screen, which is funny for me to say, considering that the 1966 Batman film is actually an extended episode of Batman, the 1966 TV show. But you get what I'm saying, right? This is the real feature-length theatrical film, starring Adam West and Burt Ward. And just like in this upcoming Batman movie, Batman faces Riddler, Penguin, and Catwoman, and a very mustachioed Joker as well. Now, I warn you, before we take a look at Batman the movie, I can't do it without discussing Batman the TV show. That means there'll be some time dedicated to me talking about the season that leads up to the film and the following two seasons after the film. And don't worry, I'm not gonna waste any time discussing the history of Batman because I've already done that in my Batman 1989 film review. I won't discuss how Batman was created by Bob Kane and Bill Finger, even though Bob Kane screwed over Bill Finger and took all the credit. You'll just have to watch the 1989 Batman movie review that I did. Everything's a homework assignment with me, so let's break down the history of the 1966 Batman TV show. The Adam West Batman TV show premiered January 12th of 1966. It had 120 episodes. It was a show that was meant to be campy and taken a different direction from the comics, which in this case is more beneficial. It was executive produced by William Dozier. William Dozier wanted this show to be a sitcom without the laugh track. He wanted the show to be campy, but he also wanted it to be educational as well, have positive messages. For example, he wanted to make sure that it was shown Batman and Robin would put on their seatbelts.
Robin, you haven't fastened your safety bat belt.
It would be shown that Dick Grayson does his homework.
You can't get away from Batman that easy.
Easily.
Easily.
Good grammar is essential, Robin.
Thank you, Batman.
You're welcome.
And instead of Batman drinking alcohol, he drinks orange juice or milk. Dozier was inspired by the TV show The Man Called Uncle. Now, during the first 2 seasons, the show was actually aired twice a week, which would mean that there would be 2-parters, sometimes 3-parters, but mostly 2-parters, where it would end on a cliffhanger as Batman or Robin or both are about to meet their doom. Oh, and also William Dozier provides the narration for the show as well.
Frozen to your furniture. Tomorrow, same bat time, same bat channel.
And the very first episode of Batman, Batman takes on the Riddler. Very appropriate considering that the new movie Batman deals with the Riddler. And I always felt Riddler was perfect for Batman because I like to think my Batman is so intelligent. After all, he's the world's greatest detective. He would be the only one who could actually be on the same grounds as the Riddler. And I think that's what would give the Riddler his drive. In the same way as the Joker is a great enemy to Batman because Batman is so serious and about justice, and Joker is about chaos. And Penguin makes for a great enemy as well because Penguin represents the higher class of criminal. Penguin is the type to climb the social ladder. He tries to be part of the high society, but it's the Penguin. He's kind of gross, so he never quite makes it. But Bruce Wayne does. Penguin would probably be successful in the upper class if it wasn't for the fact that he's corrupt as hell. So Batman faces the high class along with the lower class in one. Catwoman, on the other hand. Catwoman's an interesting villain because she may have started out as your typical villainess, but over the years there's been a bit of a love attraction to Batman, and it's reciprocated. Batman and Catwoman are made for each other, but they're also wrong for each other. Catwoman and Batman typically have the same mindset of punishment. Catwoman ultimately wants to face justice, but she needs to do it in a way of being the criminal as well. It's easy for Batman to be Batman because he's already rich. You have to think about Catwoman can only be Catwoman with her equipment and her suits and pretty much things to get her by, and the only way she can do it is by being a criminal herself.
It was a good plot while it lasted, huh?
Yes, Catwoman, one of your very best.
And it's been shown many times in the TV show that Catwoman tries. She tries to turn a leaf.
But I can help you in your work. As a former criminal, I'd be invaluable. I can reform. Honestly, I can.
She just never can escape that criminal life.
What about Robin?
Robin? Oh, I've got it. We'll kill him.
In the TV show, Julie Newmar actually brings that new image of Catwoman that we know of today. As I said, in the comics, before Catwoman was just a criminal in a purple and green outfit, sometimes in a really tacky cat outfit. But the TV show put her in all black, and now that's how we think about Catwoman. She can be a bit of a diva. Sometimes Batman goes with it.
Come on, Batman, the police are here.
Boy, blunder.
But he'll never cross the line.
I'll do everything I can to rehabilitate you.
Marry me.
Everything except that
Justice first.
would severely impair my crime fighting.
The Riddler in the show is played by Frank Gorshin. Sorry, I have to enunciate that. The Riddler is played by Frank Gorshin because when I discussed him in The Legends of the Superheroes, as I'm editing, I noticed, okay, my Gorshin sounded more like Gershon. And I know it's Gorshin. Or you could blame it on my lazy East Coast voice, or you can blame it on my fat voice. Sometimes my vowels sound like other vowels. Sorry, I don't really catch this until I'm editing. The Joker is played by Cesar Romero. Cesar Romero, you'll notice, has a bit of a mustache. He's a mustachioed Joker. The reason why the Joker has a mustache is because Cesar Romero is usually the guy that plays these Latin lovers. He's kind of a bit of a Lothario, so that mustache gives him his power, so he'll be damned if he's gonna shave that. So their solution is to paint over it. When the show was casting, Frank Sinatra really lobbied to play the Joker. That would have been interesting to see. But I do like Cesar Romero as the Joker. I mean, come on. It's Cesar Romero. He just really hams it up. In real life, he can woo any woman he wanted. Like, check out this interview.
I wish you'd win sometime.
Oh, you can't win. The villain can't win. We always win, you know, on Wednesday night. At the end of the show, Wednesday night, we're winning. And then comes Thursday night, we lose.
Oh, well, I've enjoyed talking with you.
I mean, come on. The man is wearing a white undershirt, full clown makeup, and he still is about to bag this lady. Like, I feel like she's, like, ready to jump him if it wasn't for the camera rolling. Playing the part of the Penguin, Burgess Meredith. Well, this kind of has a bit of a sad story, but, well, he developed a smoking addiction because he played the Penguin. Those were real cigarettes. Movie doesn't quite start the same way as the TV show. Doesn't have that animated Batman and Robin fighting their enemies. No. It has this interesting message to the movie audience. Acknowledgement. We wish to express our gratitude to the enemies of crime and crusaders against crime throughout the world for their inspirational example. Okay, way to kiss ass, movie. To them and to the lovers of adventure, lovers of pure escapism, lovers of unadulterated entertainment, lovers of the ridiculous and the bizarre. To fun lovers everywhere.
Oh, lovers on the moon.
Yeah.
This picture is respectfully dedicated. You know, you didn't have to do that. You don't see Die Hard and have the director be like, to those who like to see cops off duty blowing up buildings, this film is for you. Ooh, kissers. If we have overlooked any sizable groups of lovers, we apologize. The producers. Maybe he's the Green Hornet. He's appeared a couple times on the TV show. We can't go around profiling anyone who wears a hat and trench coat Batman. Although I do like this Batman entrance. Oh, I'm sneaking in. I give up. And yeah, it's basically showing the cast in their spotlights. By the way, I said Julie Newmar was Catwoman, but that was only for the TV show. Sadly, Julie Newmar does not play Catwoman. See, at the time, Julie Newmar was unaware they were making this film, and she wasn't available, so she actually was signed up for a French film called Monsieur Lecoq. Sadly, even though she had signed up for the film and could not be in this film, the film she signed up for ended up not being made after all. And it is disappointing because Julie Newmar in the entire series is my favorite Catwoman. Not that Lee Merriweather does a bad job. She does pretty well. In fact, she makes it her own. Very much different than Julie Newmar's performance. Less diva and more sleek like a cat. But after the film came out, Julie Newmar did play Catwoman again in season 2, but Lee Merriweather did appear in 2 episodes as a whole different character.
Would you like to come in for a glass of milk and cookies?
Man cannot live by crime fighting alone.
And by season 3, Eartha Kitt became Catwoman, who also played it very differently.
The mere thought of pulling a caper without your masked meddling would be most perturbing to me.
And for her to be Catwoman is unique because you didn't have too many African Americans playing important roles like that at the time. But yeah, Lee Merriweather is Catwoman in this.
This yacht is bringing a revolutionary scientific invention to Gotham City.
Ooh, a revolutionary invention on a yacht? Thank you, William Dozier. Tell us more.
Millionaire Bruce Wayne and his youthful ward, Dick Grayson, have been summoned back to Wayne Manor.
It's Alfred, played by Alan Napier. What's great about this show is that it actually revived Alfred. In the comics, Alfred was killed. He was killed off. And the producers of the TV show decided to bring back Alfred because they sort of needed an ally for Batman and Robin to, keep their stories straight so they can explain to people why they're not home. Because Alfred became lovable on the TV show, DC brought him back in comic book form. And now he's an important functional member of the Bat family. And look at the lady he's with, who has no lines whatsoever in the film, but she's a very important part of the TV show. That is Madge Blake playing Aunt Harriet. So the thing about Aunt Harriet, I can't stand her. I cannot stand her at all. Nothing against Madge Blake. It's actually Aunt Harriet I have the problem with. You see, Aunt Harriet was a character created in the comics because it's a little book written by a dumbass called Seduction of the Innocent. It suggests that comic books were ruining the minds of the youth and tried to suggest that Batman and Robin had a homosexual relationship. Gay panic. And I always hated that rumor anyways. I always hated that joke. I always hated the gay Batman and Robin joke. I always looked at Robin, no matter who is filling the shoes, whether it's Dick Grayson or Jason Todd or Tim Drake or even the obscure ones like Stephanie Brown or Carrie Kelly or currently Damian Wayne, who is actually Batman's son. No matter who Robin was, I always felt like in some way that was Bruce's family. I always felt like that was some kind of surrogate for Bruce because, well, his family was taken away from him as a kid. So even though he fights crime and tries to avoid any kind of relationship, he sort of treats his partners like family regardless. So to suggest that Batman and Robin would even have anything sexual is just wrong to me. I'm sorry, that was my little tiny rant. Going back to Aunt Harriet. Aunt Harriet in the comics is actually Dick Grayson's aunt, and she's rich as well. And when her husband passed away, Bruce invited her to live at Wayne Manor. I don't know why they don't tell her that they're Batman and Robin. She is still Dick Grayson's aunt, so family is family. Bruce allows her to stay with them. And because of gay panic, they needed more female characters. That's why we got the Bat family with Batwoman, which ironically enough, decades later, Batwoman would be written as a lesbian. So take that.
Bruce and Dick, with characteristic speed and resolve, descend promptly to the Batcave.
Fun fact. So in the TV show, whenever Bruce and Dick wanted to go to the Batcave, that sounds like a dirty joke ready to happen, Bruce would always go and snap Shakespeare's neck to press a button to open up a secret passage. But the way Shakespeare's button worked is that it didn't actually open the passage on set. It actually turns on a signal light for the stagehands to open up the passage. Now, the Batpole part was always funny to me because it's like, how do they get dressed on their way down? I don't know, maybe it's like Jetsons technology or something. Like, I'm actually just picturing them sliding down the Batpole. Oh, hold on. I gotta put on my cape. Okay, all right, good. I'm ready. Let's go down.
Atomic batteries to power. Turbines to speed.
Roger, ready to move out.
All right, and Burt Ward is the first to speak. Notice in this film, he does not speak as Dick Grayson once. He is only going to speak as Robin. The only way Adam West was willing to do the film, which is a weird negotiation considering that the film was meant to take place before the TV show, was that Adam West wanted more screen time as Bruce Wayne because, he wanted to show his face. It's a bit egotistical, but I kind of get where he's coming from. He's trying to stretch his acting. In the entire run of the series, I feel bad for Burt Ward. I mean, his role as the Ward, they really gave him the short end of the stick. Burt Ward did his own stunts, almost got his ass kicked by Bruce Lee, so many injuries, almost crashed while riding in the sidecar of the Batcycle. The producers thought that his package was too big, and while that sounds like a compliment to most, they forced him to tie it down. And in season 3, they were ready to actually just cut him out. Yeah, they were just gonna cut Burt Ward out of the show and just let Batgirl take over. But we'll get to that after this film. Oh, and on top of all of this crap that happened to Burt Ward, he was actually the least paid of everyone on the show. There had been many arguments between Burt Ward and Adam West on the set, but at the end of the day, they were still the best of friends. Something you can actually check out from a little movie called Return to the Batcave. And because Adam West is awesome, and I had the pleasure to meet him once, he was the one that fought to keep Burt on the set for season 3. And you know this is a special movie because we actually get to see all the vehicles being utilized in this film, especially with the Batcopter. I mean, it's kind of a cool thing to have on set, but here's the problem in the world of Batman. They should just fly it right out of the Batcave. All their vehicles should come from the Batcave, but they actually have people watching the copter at an airport, and they're okay with that because it's not the Batman we know. The Batman we know is a vigilante that does things in secret and pisses off the law and everyone just so Batman can fight crime. But on the TV show, Batman and Robin are actually deputized, and as you'll see, they're saluted by everyone in the city.
Gives a feller a good feeling to know they're up there doing their job.
Oh, kiss my ass. Get up from the picnic and fight crime yourself, lazy. This leads to the most parodied thing that we'll ever find of this Batman. Yep, a shark is gnawing at his leg. Batman's leg is so strong because he doesn't miss leg day, the shark doesn't bite it off. No blood.
Hand me down the shark repellent bat spray.
But don't worry, because Robin is gonna show off that he was once an acrobat by passing Batman the spray can. But I should point out, this is gonna be a recurring thing as well. Everything being labeled for us. I swear, whoever bought Batman a label maker, I'm gonna... Holy shit! Oh, Aquaman and King Shark are gonna be so pissed.
You there, miss?
Comrade Katanya Irenia Tatanya Karenska Alisov. I am from the Moscow Bugle.
And we have this mysterious lady here.
You are like the masked vigilantes in the westerns, no?
Certainly not. Batman and Robin are fully deputized agents of the law.
I mean, yeah, they are vigilantes years later, so she's not completely wrong.
Support your police. That's our message.
Well said, Robin.
And it turns out Batman does not tell the full truth because he doesn't want panic. And this is where Neil Hamilton's Commissioner Gordon, Chief O'Hara, Batman and Robin figure out who the criminals are.
Pretty fishy what happened to me on that ladder.
You mean where there's a fish, there could be a penguin? But wait, it happened at sea. See? Sea for Catwoman.
And oh my god, it's the most contrived way.
An exploding shark was pulling my leg.
The Joker.
It all adds up to a sinister riddle. Riddler.
Son of a bitch! It'd be funny if it actually turned out to be just someone random. Turns out to be the Condiment King.
Ahoy, Catwoman!
Imbecile, how many times have I told you never use my real name in public?
She's Catwoman all along! Wait a minute, that's her real name? But in this film, they don't even call her Selina Kyle. They give her a long name, which actually, when you break down the abbreviation, is Kitka.
Friends make peace. Have a shake on me.
Another influence from the TV show to the modern days. The Riddler is wearing a suit. Frank Gorshin did not like wearing the tights, so to accommodate him, they actually created a suit for him. That suit actually was carried over into the comics, which now is mostly worn by the Riddler. Except for the Batman, apparently. I'm gonna try to overlook that.
Good. Jolly good service aboard this yacht. I've a deucedly clever invention with me, you know. Stored.
They still have Schmidt-Lapp thinking that he's on the yacht. He's a complete idiot. But so are the criminals. They're criminals. Why not just kidnap them and get everything they need? I know, it's a campy movie, but I want some explanation. So now Batman and Robin are going to investigate a buoy that projected the yacht.
Maybe the crooks left fingerprints on it.
Good thinking, Robin. Let's find out. To the bathtub.
You know, to look for fingerprints. But this is our introduction to the Batboat. Someone got that movie budget money. Their belts are magnetized to it now, though they look like it's made out of paper. And watch out, the criminals are about to torpedo our heroes. I'd still say Divatox's submarine is more impressive, but it's a giant penguin submarine.
Here comes another one. The batteries are dead.
If this was the TV show, this is probably where William Dozier's narration would talk about, well, he would say this.
Tune in tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel.
But fortunately, it's a movie and you paid your ticket. You get to watch all of it in one sitting.
Nobility of the almost human porpoise.
It was noble of that animal to hurl himself into the path of that final torpedo.
Yep. They were saved by a friggin' porpoise. Because Batman and Robin are so wonderful that sea creatures are willing to sacrifice their lives for our heroes.
Admiral Fangschleister's office.
Ha! Batman gets to speak to the Pentagon directly. There are a lot of unnecessary filler scenes in this. Basically, this scene serves the purpose of them finding out how the criminals got their hands on a submarine.
We disposed of a war surplus submarine last Friday. Some chap named P. N. Gwynn.
You know, for a show and movie that really glorifies the government and cops, they really do treat them like idiots.
Disposing of pre-atomic submarines to persons who don't even leave their full addresses.
Good day, Admiral.
And while Batman is supposed to be this upright citizen of a hero, you could tell he's just about fed up with the world. I feel like this Batman would make sense to have a gun. Not to fire at criminals, but to fire warning shots at incompetent people. You know, for whenever Batman has just had enough of everyone's shit.
Holy Polaris!
Whoa, movie! You got rockets in your film? Or should I say stock footage of rockets? Wow.
Look, it's written something.
Ooh, a riddle. Let's see what this clever mastermind comes up with. Of course.
What does a turkey do when he flies upside down?
He gobbles up.
What weighs 6 ounces sits in a tree and is very dangerous.
A sparrow with a machine gun.
Of course.
Combine both answers. What kind of creature would gobble up a bird in a tree?
A cat.
Catwoman.
I like how they keep repeating the fact that they know who the criminals are and they just keep being surprised.
They're working together to take over the entire world.
Yeah, our villains are trying to use this mysterious invention they have to hold up the world.
Our objective? The Security Council.
They don't really come out and say it, but yeah, they're basically going after the UN.
I suppose they'll be broken up by your moldy joke.
Shut up, all of you!
These criminals are such bitches to each other.
I'm from the Moscow Bugle. My friends call me Kitka.
Kitka.
Okay, that's a cute transition. But anyways, so let me just kind of break down their plan this time. Their plan is to basically lure Batman and Robin to their lair so they can send them out the window into the arms of an exploding octopus. How are they going to get Batman and Robin? By luring Bruce Wayne and using him as bait. It's like the film is one big coincidence after another.
Report these riddles to your police or perhaps to that masked Cossack Batman.
She received riddles to tell Bruce Wayne because everyone knows that Bruce Wayne is friends with Batman and can get the message to Batman. I don't know. Just send another damn rocket.
What has yellow skin and rights?
Ballpoint banana.
What people are always in a hurry?
Russians.
Of course.
Banana, Russian. Someone Russian is gonna slip on a banana peel and break their neck. As the Riddler tries to make good on his filthy threat.
I'll bash him brutally.
Holy shit, Batman. Okay, now we can see where Frank Miller starts getting his inspiration. Oh yeah, that's not suspicious at all. Guys playing the music are pirates. Bruce Wayne takes Miss Kitka out on a date to, you know, keep her safe. Remember how I told you that this tries to send a positive message to the young viewers? Well, check this out. The bad guy, of course, she's drinking champagne, but our hero, Bruce Wayne, is drinking milk. And here I am with my Mike's Hard Lemonade. And now they're at a club. With the most depressing music there is.
This curtain which separates our countries is so foolish.
I really think the film made Catwoman Russian because they really wanted to have a special message about how America should get along with Russia.
If we could just contrive some way of getting more deeply involved with each other.
You tell us, Batman. You tell us. And while Bruce is on a date, Alfred and Robin are tailing behind in the Batmobile. Not sure why Alfred needs to be there. I guess Robin doesn't have a driver's license yet. You know, I like how the screen is superimposed onto their computer. You can see the edges are actually shaking.
I don't think it's right for us to listen into this, Alfred.
Oh, I wanna watch. Bat signal's not always shown on the TV show because they have their own direct line.
Commissioner. Yes?
But it's the movie, so we're gonna show everything.
Send Chief O'Hara up to the roof and have him flash the bat signal. When the crooks see it, they'll figure Batman and I are racing to headquarters.
And because Robin had to be so noble and not watch Bruce on a date, this happens.
Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition.
Is there a reason Joker and Penguin needed to wear a mask as well? They're criminals. We already know they're criminals. Like Riddler, yeah, he can wear a mask just because, well, that's just his thing. Thanks, Robin, you f*** up. And that is why Bruce gets mad at you, you get mad at him, and you leave and you become Nightwing.
I swear by heaven, if you've harmed that girl, I'll kill you all.
I can't believe Zack Snyder makes his Batman kill people. Never mind that Tim Burton had his Batman kill people. Zack Snyder's bad because Batman kills. Batman doesn't directly kill. Unlike Adam West's Batman where there's no mistake. He will try to kill.
I'll rend you limb from limb.
This is the most bloodthirsty Batman I've seen. Right into the arms of the exploding octopus they keep talking about, even though we never really actually see the octopus.
Where are you?
And Bruce can't find Miss Kitka, so he decides to escape himself.
Great day in the morning.
Bruce! Hello, Commissioner. Come on, Dick. We're late for that important demonstration at the fish hatch. Roger. Excuse us, Commissioner.
Well, ain't I a filthy lying bitch? Burt Ward does get to speak as Dick Grayson. He says 2 words. This is where we get to see how that secret invention works.
Fetch the 5 guinea pigs. It's a painless operation.
And because this Batman series liked to label everything, even the henchmen are labeled. Yep, the machine dehydrates everyone and turns them into dust. So I guess we don't need the Infinity Gauntlet at all.
They're used to curious sights, which they attribute to alcoholic delusions.
Gosh, drink is sure a filthy thing, isn't it? I'd rather be dead than unable to trust my own eyes.
First of all, you judgmental prude. And second, yes, they're scaling the building. And it's a simple, tried but true effect. They just film everything like normal, but they built the set to be horizontal. It just looks like they're walking vertical. But it's more fun when they do it in the TV show, because when they scale some of these buildings, occasionally you'll get a celebrity that'll pop their head right out the window to greet them. Celebrities from Santa Claus, Sammy Davis Jr., or even the Green Hornet and his sidekick Kato. There was one time they were scaling the walls, and there's Colonel from Hogan's Heroes. Batman, that's a Nazi war criminal.
Be careful not to get picked up.
Nazi war criminal, whatever. Okay, back to the film. And hoping to capture the criminals while saving Miss Kitka, they discovered that the bad guys left behind a bomb. And we get this glorious classic scene.
Everyone, flee for your lives!
And this glorious line.
Some days you just can't get rid of a bomb.
You could always attach it to a circus performer like you did in Batman Returns.
It's all right, Robin.
Oh, it's all easy for you, Batman.
You risked your life to save that riffraff in the bar?
To hell with you, dick.
They may be drinkers, Robin, but they're also human beings.
And the Penguin is trying to trick Batman and Robin by disguising himself as Commodore Schmidlap. Fortunately, Batman and Robin knows this is Penguin. Just so we're clear, Batman and Robin knows that the Penguin is disguising himself, but does not know that Miss Kitka and Catwoman are the same. Bruce is blinded by the power of boner.
Drinking water dispenser is clearly marked.
Penguin rehydrates his enemies so they can fight in the Batcave.
At once.
I mean, that's pretty exciting for a film. A bad guy gets to sort of infiltrate the Batcave. And unfortunately, Penguin overhydrated them, so all it takes is one simple hit. There's blood on Penguin's hands. Well, not really blood, because nobody bleeds in this world. After fighting, Batman and Robin's solution is to keep pretending that he's Commodore Schmidlap. I don't know, to get more info out of him. You know, just to see where things go.
Follow this pill.
Oh, okay, cool. All right. You're gonna judge us for drinking, but totally fine with pill popping.
Good morning.
Oh, because they knew the Penguin would gas them.
Hey!
And the pill protects them from the knockout gas. Okay, I guess we get to see the Penguin take over the Batmobile again, just like he does in Batman Returns. See, it was all a ruse so they can use the Batcycle to actually track down the Batmobile. They're all sneaky sneaks.
Disengage, go-kart.
Yep, and that sidecar separating is what almost hurt Burt Ward, or did, and almost killed him, I guess. And it makes no sense in this context to separate. Why? What for? They're just gonna go to the Batcopter anyways. Riddler's riddle missile just took down the Batcopter. They can't afford to show you, so you just have to take the movie's word for it. Foam rubber convention.
What goes up white and comes down yellow and...
An egg!
How do you divide 17 apples among 16 people?
Make applesauce!
Wow, these riddles just kind of stretch, don't they?
A unification in a container of hope? United World Organization.
Precisely, Robin.
See, that's why I could never be Batman. I would be just too much of a dumbass to know these riddles. I don't know riddles. I mean, there's many reasons why I can't be Batman, but especially when dealing with a Riddler.
Let's go.
We get to this action-packed running, and once again, masks are being worn by Joker and Penguin for no reason. And now they use the invention to dehydrate the members of the UN.
It has always been our policy to maintain
and no one responds. That's the silliness of this show. It is so ridiculous. And it's too late for Batman as Catwoman drops this bomb on him.
This Kitka dies if you take one more step. Go!
Pretty much as the Rogues Gallery has the world's leaders in their possession, Batman and Robin take to the seas for the final battle. Batman and Robin are not playing around. They got sonar blasters to bring them to the surface. Who cares who's inside the submarine?
Here they come.
Now, Batman and Robin faces the Rogues Gallery and a bunch of pirates on the submarine. And one of the stuntmen almost died in this because one of them fell into the water and hit his head on the bottom, and yeah, they had to stop everything. But more importantly, I am impressed with the makeup job on the Joker. It does not wash off. So they may not care about the safety of their actors, but damn it, no makeup is coming off of anyone. So all the bad guys are tied to the submarine. Batman safely places the cat on a life raft. I don't think it's gonna survive, but Batman's gentle. And it comes down to him chasing down Catwoman. Oh, poor Batman. Oh, I shouldn't laugh at that. Batman's heart is broken, but he's looking at the camera as they're playing that song, that depressing song that one woman was singing earlier. Oh.
Can I borrow a feeling? That's your picture on the front.
Go ahead, Homer, laugh at me.
I already did.
And then all is ruined thanks to Commodore Shithead.
What the devil is this? The captain's costume party?
Batman and Robin try to use their science to put all the grains of dust together. You guys aren't the only heroes out there. I mean, and there are scientists. Why are you the only ones that can do it?
Batman says there's hope, Mr. President.
The whole free world is waiting.
Thank you, President Lyndon B. Johnson, voiced by Van Williams, who played Green Hornet. And before they can test the results, Robin brings this up.
The way the world is and all, don't you think maybe we ought to try to improve those factors?
It's not for mortals like us to tamper with the laws of nature.
You keep teaching us. See? They wear face masks. Except for Batman, he's not wearing it correctly. His nose is still showing. Here's the final moment where they put it all together. Success! Success! There you go, you commies! Batman and Robin save the day. Okay, I do have a question though. After they got rehydrated, where the hell did all those tubes go? Are they like inside right now? You know, inside each and every single one of those guys? Because, oh Batman, you're dangerous. So Batman and Robin saved the day. Kind of.
Sovietski Soyuz Perdi!
Gentlemen, in the interest of peace, you...
They have different languages now. I'm sure Batman would want to fix that. right?
Not for mortals like us to tamper with the laws of nature.
Let's go. But inconspicuously. Through the window.
No, Batman Robin's just gonna go out the window? All right. Okay. And that was Batman the movie. It was a critical success. Season 2 came along. Frank Gorshin did not play the Riddler in that season because, well, he got a little bit big for his britches. So that season, John Astin, TV's Gomez Addams, played the Riddler. Another one who refused to shave his mustache. He was a fun Riddler, but not any Frank Gorshin, no. But Frank Gorshin did come back in season 3. There were plans for a sequel to this film. It was supposed to be released at the end of season 2. Problem is, in season 2, the ratings weren't as high. In fact, they began to drop. So otherwise, the plan for the sequel, it would have had all the same characters, but it would have introduced Batgirl and Two-Face. They've been wanting to put Two-Face on the show. He was a popular character from the comics, and there were rumors floating around that Clint Eastwood would be Two-Face. I think Clint Eastwood could probably play Two-Face now, but they did bring in Batgirl for season 3.
As long as you're holding class as Penguin, perhaps you'd include Batgirl too.
Batgirl?
And things were way different in season 3. Season 3, the budget was cut so much, they cut out much of Chief O'Hara, Aunt Harriet, and if you notice the background, there's not really so much walls as much as black curtains. And they were no longer showing 2 episodes a week. It was reduced to 1 episode a week. So there weren't so many cliffhangers, not any 1-part, 2-part type of cliffhangers, but there were teasers for the next episode. So you would have 1 episode featuring the Penguin, but at the very end, you'll have Commissioner Gordon receiving a phone call from the Riddler.
Riddle me this. Good heavens, the Riddler! Very good!
And we find out that the Riddler is going to be the bad guy the following week. But ultimately, ABC cut the funding. After season 3, there was no more Batman. NBC, however, was ready to actually take over the show. Unfortunately, by the time NBC said they would, they had already destroyed all the sets. But don't worry. The actors went on to do many things. It did slow things down for Adam West for a long time. He was kind of typecasted as Batman. And I really would imagine his convention appearances is what kept him afloat. But if you really want to know what kind of happened to Adam West, check out Batman the Animated Series episode, The Gray Ghost, where Adam West plays a role, he voices a role, as a character that's based off of his real life. I actually do think Family Guy is what revived Adam West's career.
I love this job more than I love taffy. And I'm a man who enjoys his taffy. Ooh.
Because now we no longer associate Adam West with just Batman, but we also associate Adam West with Mayor West.
If it isn't Mayor Guns for Toys West.
The chair recognizes your face!
In the 2010s, we actually got 2 animated sequels to this movie. If you want to call it sequels, I just say they're just standalone films. One being Return of the Caped Crusaders, where they brought back the voice of Adam West and Burt Ward and Julie Newmar. They were the only ones really alive at this point. And then a sequel followed with Adam West, Burt Ward, Julie Newmar, and even Lee Merriweather as a different character who hints to becoming Catwoman. And they do bring in Two-Face, voiced by, of all people, William Shatner. But as much as we make fun of this movie and the TV show, of how silly it is, and a lot of Batman fans got mad with it in the beginning, just the beginning, it gave us many great things. It revived a lot of the characters. They were about to end the Batman comics, but the TV show gave that extra juice and brought the whole entire Batman world back to life. So if it wasn't for the silliness of the show, we wouldn't have Batman today. So I hope you enjoyed this review. I'm Anthonix Maximus. This is Anthonix Maximus Reviews. Please like, subscribe, ring that bell, and tell me in the comments what you think of the upcoming The Batman movie. Will it be as good as the other iterations of Batman? Only time will find out. And keep an eye out for my next review, because you can't talk about a Batman film that has the Riddler in it without discussing Batman Forever.
Nothing can stop us now.